Hi there and welcome back. Sandi MacIver here. Today we're going to be playing with a Delicate Flowers stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I'm using my Misty and my Memento TUXEDO black ink as we're going to be using our Copic markers and doing the simple but beautiful flicking technique. For the flower petals, I'm using R81, R83, and RV34. And for the green, I'm using G21 and G94. And one thing I would suggest is stamp a whole bunch of flowers so that you have lots of them to practice on. This is a fun technique, but it takes a bit to get used to it. I work one petal at a time, and so I start with the lightest color, and that's the 81, and I'm going to flood the entire petal. And then I'm going to take the medium color, and I'm going to start my flicking. And you'll see I'm right-handed, so I like to flick from bottom up to the right. And then I'm taking the darker color and I'm doing little shorter flicks. And that's how you get the three pretty colors in each one of the petals. And it adds dimension to each of the petals at the same time. And you kind of have to move your flower around. I find I do anyway, because I'm only good at flicking in one direction. So there I am putting my third color in, and you just work your way around each petal at a time. And now I'm flipping over to the green, and again I'm flooding with the light color, and I'm going to come back in and I'm just going to flick with one more color. If the leaves were a little bit bigger, I may have done 3 colors, but 2 is good for this one. You want to die cut your flowers out, and then for my background I use the Simon Says wonky rectangles for my background. I wanted some color in my background, but not a lot, so I decided to use some watercoloring, my Gamsey Tambi, and I'm using number 36, which is the pink. So I added some water to my watercolor paper, and then I'm adding just a little bit of color and going to let it dry. Once my background was dry, I put it back into my Misty, and then I'm adding my flowers and my leaves, but I'm not putting them down. What I'm doing is placing them so I can figure out where I want to stamp my sentiment. So I'm popping my sentiment down there, adding some more of the magnets to hold it in place, and again, I'm stamping it in black ink. And it can be any black ink this time because we're not going to be playing with any other products. And now I have all the pieces I need to put my card together, so I'm using a strong adhesive to attach my card front to the mat and then to the card base, and using my Tombow Xtreme tape runner for this. As the watercolor paper did get wet, it's a little bit on the lumpy side, so this strong adhesive helps to keep it flat. And I've added some foam tape to the back of my flowers and my leaves, and you'll see that I'm just attaching those down the left-hand side, and I'm letting them hang out a little bit over the mat. I like that kind of out-of-the-box feeling when you are putting it together. I did snip off that top flower so that I had a stem to attach my flower onto, and I added the leaf at the top, and now I'm adding just a few of the Girl's Best Friend sequins, also from Simon Says Stamp. I decided just to use 2 sequins, and I'm putting them down with Simon Says Craft Tacky glue. You just need a little pop of glue in behind each one. And there you go. Simple, easy, and very pretty cards. I hope you enjoyed today's technique, and I hope you'll give it a try. And there is a PDF download along with all of the instructions over on my blog, and I've got a link underneath the video here for you. And if you enjoyed today's project, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And until next time, happy stamping! Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.